Page 10 of Mice and Men. You'll notice that this piece is actually on both pages, two different arrangements. So the lesson is about dealing with multiple voices in the hand at the same time. And here it's the right hand, although either hand can do it. Sometimes you get multiple voices in both hands. That's fun too. The idea is the right hand is doing two voices, so I'll talk about it when I get to the right hand, because I want to go through my system for learning a piece of music. I look it over, I see it's 1 page long. Actually, it's 2 pages long, because if you look at the bottom of page 10, it has a double bar line. That's not the symbol for the end of a piece. That's the symbol for the end of a section. But if you look at the bottom of page 11, that has a double bar line. Well, that makes this piece 2 pages long. So I'm going to cover it all right here. Good luck. So when you play it, you can play it all as just one piece, or you can just play each page as a piece. When you learn it, I recommend you concentrate on 1 page at a time and then go put them together. Now I look at the beginning at treble and bass clef, 1 sharp in the key signature, so we're in the key of G major here. Go do the scales for G major and E minor and the arpeggios. And you should be doing these at least 2 octaves up and down by now. And think about, if you've been doing the scales and you're comfortable with the 2 octaves, you can think about the 4 octave stuff that I show. But otherwise, if you're not really comfortable with the scales yet, don't try that 4 octave stuff. I mean, don't kill yourself on this. Just a little bit of time working on scales. You don't have to spend a lot of time on them. So let's take a look at the hands one at a time and see what's going on. Right hand, we're here and here. And this is where the multiple voices come in. The melody is the dotted half notes. A lot going on, but that's the melody. This other thing, that's harmony. So we have 2 voices. The idea is to think about them as 2 different voices. So we want to hear the melody. I want to hear, that's just harmony. So bring out the melody, and I'll talk more about this when I get to the dynamics, but the idea is, and I use 2nd finger on the C. This is where I am here, so I can connect them. Fingering is really up to you. You pick a fingering that works for you and stick with it. I want to try and connect the melody if I can, but in the second line it's a little tricky there in the last 4 measures, because you're here, and then up here again. So if you'd rather work that out, so you here and then come up. I'll leave that up to you on the fingering for that. The pedal will help us out, but I want to do as much with the hand and the fingers as I can. The left hand's just got broken chords. Then on page 11, they switch it and put the melody on top. So you're holding that down. Connect it. Into the second line on page 11, I do a 3 here, not a 4. That's because I want to connect it here. Now it is the end of a phrase you can lift up, but I like to connect it, so I'm going to use a 3. That lets me connect it. This, you can't really connect that very well. Do the best you can. The idea. Always be aware of what the melody is, and that's what we're really listening for. Get the idea. We're focusing on the melody while doing something else in the same hand. Page 11 is. Let's do the melody. Then once I have that worked out, and then I can think about the articulation. They don't really give you a lot, but you can put in the phrases if you can find them. So it's almost like the first 2 lines is a phrase, It's up to you. It's interpretation. You could split it up more. Maybe every 4 measures is a phrase, lift up. I'll leave that up to you. Now there's a note in between the stab there, accent the melody notes. I disagree with that. They have tenuto lines on them. That's just hold it out, hold it out. A lot of music publishers, when they have the melody going wherever and it's hard to find it, they will put tenuto marks on the melody notes to help you tell you where it is. Some people will interpret those tenuto marks as stress marks. You just play them a little louder because of the tenuto. I don't. I interpret them as linger on the note. Hold it out as long as you can. Because I'm going to bring out the melody anyway. I don't need the music to tell me to do that. Now, dynamics, MF, mezzo forte, and that applies to the melody. That is the dotted half note. Everything else is in the background. So on page 11, that's moderately loud. Everything else is in the background. Now you do get some crescendos and diminuendos in there, and you have to figure those out. You'll just do it like a measure or 2 at a time. You get louder or softer. Just take your time with it. And then at the end, you get kind of soft there too. Yeah, whatever. As far as the speed goes, the allegretto, that's up to you. Just allegretto is between moderato and allegro. I call it the fun speed. It's a fun piece. Maybe that's too fast. You want 1, 2, 3, because that's kind of fast. You can slow it down if you want. 1, 2, 3. Then that's fine. It's a personal thing. Depends on how much coffee I've had to drink. Now they've added pedal, which is nice because we'd like the overtones and we'd like to connect this a little better. I can't connect these. I like to connect those. So I'm going to use just the regular legato pedaling throughout. It's overlapping pedaling, so the notes go down first and then the pedal does its thing. So the pedal overlaps the hands just a little bit. Now when I get to the end of the page here I might lift the pedal up with the hands to go on because it's like taking a breath. So, and if you want to lift the pedal up with the hands for the phrases so you can hear that little silence, that's fine. It's interpretation. It's up to you. I do change the pedal at the end of both pages here because I want to lose the overtones. I'm kind of dying away. I want to lose the overtones. See, I lose these notes, so it kind of helps it to die away. It's interpretation. You decide.